Hello everyone, you're welcome to today's video, and it's one where I'm going to be showing you how you can move down to New Zealand without a work visa, without a work permit. Okay, so this is a very amazing one, and I'm making this video based on request. I usually ask my subscribers, what countries they want to move to, and they make suggestions, and a lot of people said that they want to move to New Zealand, and that is why I'm making this video. So it's always important that when you watch my videos, you drop a comment, because from the comments you drop on my videos, I will know what kind of contents to create for you. I want to know where you're watching from so that I could make videos that are going to be useful to you based on your location, based on your country preference, and all of that. So it's always good to drop comments so I can use those comments you drop to make content that will be useful for you. So don't be a silent watcher, all right? So as you watch my videos, ensure you drop a comment so I can get to know what your needs are. So New Zealand recently opened up pathways to, get foreign workers into the country. And this was towards September of 2022. That is when they really opened up to foreign workers because it had been closed since 2020, when the whole world shut down. And so when they reopened with a bang, launching three major pathways for foreign workers to make it into the country. And one of the pathways is what I'm going to be talking about in this video, how you can move down to New Zealand without a work visa. So do stick with me in this video. I'm going to break everything down to you. This is going to be a very practical video. I'll show you how to do everything step by step. I'll just try my best to simplify everything so you can understand exactly how to move down to New Zealand on this pathway. So if we are just meeting, my name is Jackie and you're welcome to my channel. I do appreciate you stopping by today. Do hit the subscribe button and turn on the post notification bell so you know every time I share a new video. On my channel, I share videos, I share resources that is going to help you to relocate abroad or travel abroad, to work, to study, to live, whatever your reason is for moving abroad, regardless of what your situation is, your education qualification, your work experience, your budget, whether you're married or not, whether you have a family or not, whatever your situation is, there is always information on my channel for you. So if this is your first time of watching my video, let me know in the comments so I could welcome you specially to the channel. And everyone that has subscribed in the past 1 week or thereabout, and I've not heard from you, please drop a comment in the comment section. I want to hear from you. I want to welcome you specially to the channel. You're really special. Thank you so much for stopping by. Also very special are my returning subscribers. I don't take you guys for granted. Thank you so much for always coming back to watch my videos. Thanks for the support. Thanks for your likes, your shares, your comments, everything you do to keep the channel growing. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. So if you want to talk to me personally, right, I do have a private call service. So you can talk over a call about your own personal needs for relocation, right? So you're going to see a link in the pinned comment of this video. You can click on it and book a session, or you check the description box. You're still going to see a link. You click it and book a session, or you can just simply send me an email and then we can arrange that, right? Or send me a DM on Instagram. So you can reach me through those three ways, and then we can have a private call. All right, so this is New Zealand, like I earlier said, and New Zealand is one of those amazing countries that are recently, right, really accepting skilled foreign workers, into the country. It's one of the top tier countries when it comes to immigration processes and all of that. So they have many pathways into the country, and on my channel I've done several of these pathways. I have a full playlist of New Zealand on my channel, so you can check it out on the top right corner of your screen and the description box as well. You're going to see that playlist so you can see the different pathways into New Zealand. I've done for the study route, I've done this amazing scholarship fully funded in New Zealand, so you can see it as well. And then I've done different visas. I've done the recovery visa. I've done different pathways. I have a lot of videos for New Zealand. I've even done videos about recruitment agencies in New Zealand, job sites where you can get jobs, and all those sort of things. All right, so there's a lot going on in New Zealand right now. I've had subscribers that have moved down to New Zealand, for work and all of that. So it's a very good country, a country you need to consider, even if you've not thought about it before now. It is, a sister or a brother to Australia, right? So they work, the immigration processes are kind of similar, and even the way they operate in the country is quite similar as well. So if you can go to Australia, you can definitely go to New Zealand. I see them as brother and sister, all right? Okay, so you may be wondering, how are you going to move down to New Zealand without a work visa, without a work permit? That is because you're going to be moving down as a permanent resident, all right? So New Zealand has a pathway that they call straight to residence visa. It's a straight to residence visa. So it is not a work permit, it is not a work visa. You're moving down as a permanent resident. So that is how you can move down to New Zealand without a work visa and without a work permit, all right? So for you to move down to New Zealand on this straight to residence visa, you need to be 55 years of age and under. So the upper age limit for this is 55 years old. So you can, I've had a lot of people ask me that they're over 45, how can they move and all of that. So if you're over 45, as long as you're still 55 and under, you can take advantage of this pathway. So I get those mails every day. So this is one where you can go from 55 and under. And how long can you stay in New Zealand on this visa? It's indefinitely. You can stay in New Zealand for the rest of your life if that is what you want on this pathway. So this is really amazing. And the cost for this visa is 4,290 New Zealand dollars. And on this visa, you can live, you can work, you can study in New Zealand. And on this pathway as well, you can move down with your family, you can move down with your spouse, and you can move down with children that are up to 24 years old. Most countries, the cap is usually 18 years old, but for New Zealand and for this pathway, right, your children can be up to the age of 24. As long as they are single and they are living with you, you're the one taking care of them, you can add them as your dependents on this visa. So the age limit for both the primary applicant and dependents, it's really higher than what you would normally get. So for the primary applicant is 55 years and under, and for your children is 24 years and under. So this is really good. So one other thing you need to note is that you need to have a job offer, and not just any job offer. Your occupation needs to be under the green list. So the green list is their own version of the shortage occupation list. So it's those occupations that are currently having labor shortage in the country. That is what they call the green list. So they have the green list, right? And then under this green list, they still have tiers. And for you to apply for this straight to resident, your occupation must be on the tier 1 of the green list. Okay, so maybe I should just quickly show you the green list and the roles that are there. All right, so this is the green list, and we have here tier 1 and tier 2 roles. So everything is on this list. So as you're checking, your occupation is going to be written there what tier it falls under. So this is acoustic engineer, and it's under tier 1. So you can apply for the straight to resident. So every occupation that has tier 1 in it is eligible for straight to residence, and they just write it there, tier 1 role eligible for straight to residence, right? So they just make it easy for you. So you can see here tier 2, you're eligible for another kind of visa, that is the work to resident. All right, so this is it. So you can just go over it and find out if your occupation falls under here. So chief information officer, chiropractor, civil engineer, and all of that. So let's just take a second to just go through this list so you can see if your role is mentioned. So they recently updated this tier 1 of the green list and added new occupations to it. So if you've seen this green list before, probably before February, then you need to look at it again because they added more occupations to it. I think like 13 new occupations or thereabout. So you need to look at it again if you've seen this list before February of 2023 because it has been updated, all right? So let's just see. It's a very long list. And trust me to leave the link in the description so you can go through it. All right, so that is it. So when your occupation is on the tier 1 of the green list, then you can move down to New Zealand without a work visa. All right. So the processing time for this visa is 76 days. 90% of the time, the visas are processed in 76 days. So it could be less and it could be more, but most of the time it is processed in 76 days. All right. All right, so let's see. There are documents, there are other requirements for this visa, but I don't want to go into that. I want to show you how to get jobs, where to get jobs, and all of that. So for you to get a job that qualifies you to apply for this visa, the employer needs to be an accredited employer. Just like for the UK, you have licensed sponsors, those companies that have the license to sponsor overseas workers. So for New Zealand, they call them accredited employers. So there is actually a list of that. So this is the list. So it lists all of the organizations in New Zealand that are accredited employers. So this is a very long list, 326 pages of organizations in New Zealand. Okay, so when you come over here, you see a name here. Let me just give you a practical way of how you can find these jobs. So let's just say, let's pick one of them. So let's pick this one, Break Free Resorts, New Zealand. So that's probably for those in hospitality and something. Okay, so we now copy it and search for it in Google so we can get to see the website. All right, so this is the website, New Zealand Break Free Hotels. So let's see the website of that organization. So you can do it with any organization on that list. So anyone that sounds like they are in your industry, right? You can just copy the name and do a Google search so you can find their website. So as I search, this is a website for the one I searched for, Break Free Hotels. So when you go to the website, just look for the career page. So for this one, they don't have a career page here. Normally, organizations will have a career page where you can go see job openings and apply for jobs and all of that. But this one, because it's a hotel and resort, they don't have that. So we're going to go back to Google. Let's go back to Google and just add jobs to our search so we can see where they are advertising their jobs. All right. Okay, so we can see one here, Break Free Hotels, Resort and Apartments. It's on Seek. If you've been following my channel, you know Seek. Seek is like the #1 job portal in New Zealand. So you can search for jobs there. I'm going to show you how to search for jobs there in a moment. So let's just see opportunities with Break Free careers. Okay, so let's look at that. Let's see what job openings are currently available for this accredited employer. So you can see here, housekeeping team lead, guest service agent, room attendant. So very important, whatever role you're applying for, just be sure that is on the tier 1 of the green list. Don't forget that. It's not every role that you can apply for and get to apply for the straight to resident. All right. So grounds manager, guest services, they have a lot of roles open here. So that is just an example of how you can search for job openings by an accredited employer. Okay, so let me show you how to search for jobs on Seek. Seek, there's a lot of jobs on Seek. So let's just do Seek New Zealand, right? So let's just search for Seek New Zealand so that we can just go to the New Zealand site already. All right, so this is the one for New Zealand. So this website also exists for Australia as well. So there's Seek Australia, Seek New Zealand. So it's good to just go directly to the country you're looking for, right? Okay, so we're just going to come here and type in accredited employers so that we can see only job openings by accredited employers. So you can see some here. Engineering, product and service sales, lead and principal, Microsoft integration architect. So all these jobs are from accredited employers. All right, so you can search for your job role here, the one that is in your occupation and all of that. So this is just a general search I did. Since it's just a demo, I have to show everybody. You don't have to show occupations for everyone, but since you're going to be applying for yourself, right, so you can narrow down your search. Let's say you want to apply for the role of an accountant. So you just add accountant to that, right? Can we try that? Let's add accountant and see what comes up. Yeah, so more roles have come up. Okay, so well, you get the idea how to find jobs. So you can go to Seek and find jobs, Seek New Zealand, and you can also search on Indeed as well. There's also Indeed New Zealand. Let me show you. Let's see this. So this is Indeed New Zealand, nz.indeed.com. So you just go here and do the same thing, search for accredited employers, right? You search for accredited employers and then you can narrow it down to the occupation. So you can see some here, caregiver, laundry worker, social worker, and all of that. So remember, you need to check for occupations that are on the green list and tier 1 of the green list, and then you can go ahead to apply for your visa. So I'm going to drop all the links in the description box so you can go ahead to see all the requirements for the visa. You're going to need your international passport. You're going to need a medical report. You're going to need a language, exam, English language exam. And because New Zealand is an English-speaking country, so there is English language requirement as well. And then you also be needing a clean criminal record. That is a police clearance certificate, whatever it's called in your country and all of that. So you just need to check to see all the documents you need for your visa. So it is an online application. When you gather all your documents, you're going to start the application online. So you're going to click here to apply online, and then you create an account, and then you just continue from there. So that is how it's done. Easy peasy. Move down to New Zealand as a permanent resident. No need for a work visa or work permit or all of that. Just move down to New Zealand as a permanent resident and stay in New Zealand, live, work, study for the rest of your life if that is what you want. So if you found value in this video, do give the video a like. That is a thumbs up, very important. This video is free, right? But just give back by liking the video. Just drop a like on the video, drop a comment as well. Let me know the kind of videos you want to see on my channel, and you may just be lucky. I'm going to do a video that is exactly for your situation. But how will I know to do those videos if you don't tell me? So let me know in the comments the kind of videos you want to see, and then I'm going to do them for you. And also remember to subscribe to the channel so you can be seeing when I post these videos. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Jackie, and I will see you in the next one.